Everybody wants to be great until they find out what it costs. See, you think greatness is just about talent or being in the right place at the right time or having somebody believe in you.
No! Greatness is about the grind. It's about the blood. It's about the sweat.
It's about the nights you can't sleep because you're up chasing something bigger than yourself. Pain is a price of entry. You want it? Then you better understand. You don't get to the top without going through discomfort. The path to greatness is not paved, it's carved, and carving hurts. You're gonna bleed. You're gonna cry. There are gonna be days when you question everything. But pain isn't a sign you're failing. It's proof you're on the right track. Comfort has never made a champion. Struggle has. Vision beats motivation. Motivation is cute. It feels good for 5 minutes, but it disappears when the hype dies. Vision? Vision is different. Vision is a thing that keeps you moving when nobody's watching, when there's no applause, no cameras, no cheerleaders. Motivation says, I feel like it. Vision says, I'm doing it no matter how I feel. That picture in your mind, clear, unshakable, that's what's gonna carry you when everything in you wants to quit. Discipline is the muscle. Everybody's good when it's easy. But can you show up when it's hard? Can you do the boring stuff over and over until you master it? Discipline is not sexy. It's repetition. It's consistency. It's getting up when you don't want to get up, working when you don't want to work. Talent will only take you so far. Discipline will take you to the finish line. Sacrifice separates the average from the elite. You can't have it all and be great. Something's got to go. Comfort, distractions, time wasters. You can't keep them and expect to win big. The average protect their comfort. The elite protect their dream. Every day you're trading something. So the question is, are you trading for comfort or for greatness? Your environment shapes your ceiling. You cannot soar with people who are committed to crawling. Your circle will either lift you or limit you. If you're the hardest worker in your group is too small. Get around people who make you uncomfortable in the best way. People who push you, challenge you, demand more from you. If you stay in a low-ceiling environment, don't be surprised when your dreams start shrinking to fit it. Relentless execution wins. Stop talking about it. Stop dreaming about it. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Just execute every single day. You're not gonna feel ready. You'll never feel ready. But the people who win aren't the ones who wait for perfect conditions. They're the ones who move forward anyway. Ideas don't make legends. Execution does. So if you really want greatness, stop playing with it. Pay the price. Build the vision. Grow the discipline. Make the sacrifice. Upgrade your circle and execute without mercy. Because in the end, greatness doesn't come to the talented or the lucky or the almost. Most refuse to quit until they have it. Listen, everybody wants greatness, but not everybody's willing to pay for it. Greatness is expensive. It costs your comfort, your excuses, your maybe later. You can't swipe a credit card for it. You've got to bleed for it. You've got to give up the nights when everybody's laughing, partying, and sleeping while you're out here building. See, motivation is nice, but it's not enough. The music stops, the hype fades, and then it's just you. And that quiet voice asking, are you still in? That's where vision kicks in. Vision is the picture in your head so powerful that you'd rather suffer chasing it than live comfortable without it. And you can't talk your way into greatness. You've got to work your way into it. That's discipline. That's doing the same small, boring, unglamorous thing every day until it turns into mastery. But here's the part most people skip: sacrifice. You can't keep your old life and build your new one. Something has to go. Maybe it's friends who don't dream as big. Maybe it's the comfort of sleeping in. Maybe it's your fear of failing. But if you don't let it go, it will keep you where you are. Your circle matters. If you're surrounded by people who think your goals are too much, you'll start shrinking them. But if you're surrounded by people who expect excellence from you, you'll rise to meet it. Finally, stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop planning forever. Greatness belongs to the ones who do. Not the ones who intend. Not the ones who almost. The ones who step up and execute. So if you want to know what really drives greatness, it's pain, vision, discipline, sacrifice, environment, and relentless execution. And if you've got those, you don't just dream greatness, you become it. You become it. If you want, I can also give you a short, punchy title plus YouTube description for this speech, so it's ready for posting. Would you like me to make that? Pain is the price of entry. You can't get to greatness without going through discomfort. The path isn't paved, or it's carved, and carving hurts. It's rough, it's dirty, it's bloody. But that's what separates the people who talk about what they want from the people who actually get it. Everybody loves the idea of success, but very few are willing to walk through the fire it takes to claim it. Pain is not a sign you're on the wrong path. Most of the time, it's proof you're headed in the right direction, because the top is not built on comfort. The top is built on sacrifice, struggle, and moments when you question if it's even worth it. You see, pain has a way of testing you. It asks you questions that comfort never will. Pain asks, do you really want this? Are you willing to keep going when it feels like you're breaking? Will you still move forward when it feels like the whole world is against you? Comfort will never demand that level of honesty from you, but pain will strip you down to your core. Pain will reveal who you are without the mask, without the hype, without the applause. It will show you if you have the grit to keep going, or if you are just pretending you did. You can't skip this part. You can't take the shortcut, because pain is not just an obstacle, it's a training ground. Every great athlete, every legendary entrepreneur, every historic leader has one thing in common. They suffered for it. They endured nights of doubt, years of rejection, seasons of being overlooked. They went through loss. They were laughed at. They were told they weren't good enough. And instead of letting that break them, they let it build them. Pain doesn't just shape you, it sharpens you. It forces you to develop skills, discipline, and resilience you would never have built if life was easy. The problem is, most people treat pain like an enemy instead of a teacher. They run from it, numb it, or complain about it. But the truth is, every time you run from pain, you're also running from growth. If you avoid the uncomfortable conversations, the tough decisions, the exhausting work, you avoid the very process that could transform you. Pain is not there to stop you, it's there to prepare you. It's there to strip away the old version of you so that the stronger, wiser, more disciplined version can emerge. Think about it. When you hit the gym, it's the resistance that builds the muscle. The soreness you feel the next day is proof you'll push yourself beyond your limits. Life works the same way. Every rejection is resistance. Every setback is resistance. Every moment you want to quit but choose to keep going, that's resistance. And resistance is what makes you stronger. Without it, you stay weak, soft, untested. The truth is, greatness demands a down payment in pain. It doesn't matter who you are, where you start, or what you want. There will be moments when it hurts more than you thought you could handle. But that pain is shaping you into someone who can handle it. And when you understand that, you stop seeing pain as punishment and start seeing it as proof. Proof that you're in the fight. Proof that you're growing. Proof that you're on the path most people will never have the courage to walk. Vision beats motivation. Motivation is like a spark. It burns hot for a moment, but it fades as quickly as it came. You could be hyped up in the morning, ready to conquer the world, and by the afternoon, that fire is gone. Why? Because motivation depends on how you feel. And feelings change with the weather. One bad conversation, one unexpected setback, one are not in the mood today, and your motivation is gone. But vision doesn't care about your mood. Vision isn't tied to how you feel. It's tied to who you're becoming. Vision is the picture in your mind that's so real. You can see it before you touch it. It's the movie that plays in your head every day, even when life is beating you up. Motivation is fueled by hype, but vision is fueled by purpose. Purpose lasts. It doesn't need an audience. It doesn't need someone clapping for you. When there's no applause, no cameras, no cheerleaders, that's when vision steps in and whispers, keep going, we're not there yet. People who rely only on motivation stop when it gets hard. People who live by vision keep going no matter what. Motivation says, I'll work when I feel inspired. Vision says, I'll work until the job is done, no matter how I feel. No, motivation is emotional fuel. It's quick, it's exciting, but it runs out fast. Vision is spiritual fuel. It's deep, it's steady, and it will carry you through the seasons when nothing seems to be working. Vision changes the way you see obstacles. When you have vision, a bad day doesn't break you. It just becomes part of the story you'll tell later. When you have vision, you stop getting distracted by temporary setbacks because you're focused on a permanent goal. Vision gives you endurance. It gives you grit. It gives you the power to keep moving when your body says stop and your mind says quit. Oh, this is why some people can grind for years without seeing results. They're not fueled by motivation. They're fueled by what they see in their future. They wake up with their eyes already locked on the finish line, even if it's still miles away. And because they see it, they move toward it every single day, step by step, no matter how slow it feels. The world is full of people who start fast and quit early because they depended on motivation to carry them. But those who win, the ones who actually reach greatness, are the ones who built their life around a clear, unshakable vision. That vision becomes their compass. It tells them where to go, how to move, and why to keep going when everyone else has stopped. And if you've got that kind of vision, you don't just survive the hard seasons. You push through them because you know exactly what's waiting on the other side. Discipline is a muscle. Greatness doesn't happen in one big leap. It's not one perfect day, one lucky break, or one burst of genius that changes everything. It's the little, boring, repetitive things you do every single day when no one's watching. Discipline is the quiet grind. The daily reps that don't get posted on social media. The work that never gets applause. The sacrifices that nobody claps for. Motivation can get you started, but discipline keeps you going when motivation leaves the room. It's the ability to show up when you're tired, when you're stressed, when you don't feel like it. Discipline is the part of you that says, I made a commitment, and I'm going to honor it, no matter how I feel today. Because greatness doesn't come to the person who works hard sometimes. It comes to the person who works hard all the time. Think about it like training in the gym. You don't get stronger by doing one intense workout and then quitting for more. You get stronger by showing up consistently day after day, pushing yourself rep after rep, even on the days your body says, let's just stay home. Your mind is the same way. Your skills are the same way. Your skills are the same way. The more you train them, the stronger they get, and the more you skip, the weaker they become. Discipline builds trust with yourself. Every time you follow through, you're proving to yourself that your word means something. That's how confidence is built. Not by talking about what you're going to do, but by consistently doing it. Discipline is the bridge between wanting something and actually getting it. Everyone wants success, but only the disciplined cross that bridge. Here's the truth. Discipline is not exciting. It's not glamorous. It's waking up early when the bed feels warm. It's practicing when your friends are out having fun. It's working on your craft when nobody cares yet. But over time, discipline compounds. Those little daily reps add up into massive results. What feels invisible today becomes undeniable tomorrow. The people you look up to didn't get there because they got lucky. They got there because they kept showing up. They treated every day like an opportunity to take one more step forward. They didn't wait to feel ready. They didn't wait for someone to push them. They pushed themselves. And that's what discipline is, the muscle that keeps moving when every other part of you wants to stop. The truth is, you don't have to be the most talented, the smartest, or the most gifted to reach greatness, but you do have to be the one who refuses to quit showing up. Because over time, discipline will outwork talent. Discipline will outlast luck. Discipline will carry you to places that motivation never could sacrifice. Separates the average from the elite. Everybody wants the prize, but not everybody wants to pay the price. Comfort is easy. It feels good. It's familiar. It's safe. But comfort never created greatness. If you're not willing to let go of what's comfortable, you will never reach what's possible. The elite know this. They understand that for every dream there's a cost, and the cost is almost always something you don't want to give up. Average people chase comfort and call it living. They protect their weekends, their extra hours of sleep, their Netflix binges, their late night parties. But the elite, they give those things up. Not because they don't enjoy them, but because they want something more than momentary pleasure. They're chasing something bigger. And they know you can't chase a dream with your hands full of distractions. Sacrifice hurts. It's not fun to wake up at 4 a.m. when everyone else is sleeping. It's not easy to invest your money into your craft instead of spending it on things that make you look good right now. It's not convenient to say no to friends, no to comfort food, no to easy decisions. But that's the point. If it were easy, everyone would do it. Sacrifice is the entry fee to a life most people will never experience. Every time you sacrifice, you're making a trade. You're giving up something you want now for something you want more. You're saying, I'd rather be great tomorrow than just be comfortable today. And those trades add up. Over months and years, they transform you. The world may not notice right away, but they will notice eventually because the results of sacrifice are impossible to hide. And here's the thing, sacrifice is not a one-time decision, it's daily. You don't just decide once to give something up, you keep deciding. You keep turning away from the easy road so you can stay on the hard one. That's why the elite are rare. Most people can sacrifice for a week or a month, but the elite sacrifice for years. They're willing to be misunderstood, judged and doubted. They're willing to miss out on small pleasures so they can have the big win. Sacrifice will make people question you. They'll think you're crazy. They'll tell you to relax, to live a little. But here's the truth. They don't see the future you see. They don't understand the level you're working toward. They don't know what it feels like to be obsessed with becoming the best version of yourself. And that's okay. Your sacrifice isn't for them, it's for the life you promised yourself you would build. The average person will always choose what feels good now. The elite choose what will feel right forever. And that choice, that willingness to let go of good so you can grab great, is the difference between living a life you settle for and living a life you were meant for. Your environment shapes your ceiling. You can't expect to fly if you're surrounded by people who are committed to crawling. The people around you, their mindset, their energy, their habits will either lift you higher or pull you down. You can have the biggest dreams in the world, but if you spend every day in an environment that doesn't believe in them, eventually you'll start to doubt them too. Your circle is either a launch pad or a cage. Energy is contagious. Spend enough time around quitters and quitting will start to sound reasonable. Spend enough time around complainers and you'll find yourself complaining about the same things. But if you surround yourself with grinders, believers, visionaries, people who push themselves, you'll start to push yourself harder too. That's why the elite are intentional about who they let into their space. They know that the wrong environment can suffocate even the right ambition. Your circle will set your standards. If you're the most driven person in your group is too small. You need people who challenge you, who make you uncomfortable in the best way, who don't let you settle for good enough. The truth is, your environment can either stretch your vision or shrink it until it's unrecognizable. And if you stay around small thinking long enough, you'll start playing small without even realizing it. Sometimes upgrading your environment means making hard choices. It means letting go of relationships you've outgrown. It means spending less time with people you love but who aren't going where you're going. It means seeking out rooms where you feel like the least accomplished person there, because that's where you'll grow. Your ceiling is not set by your talent. It's set by your environment. You can be gifted, hungry, and disciplined, but if you stay in a space that limits you, you'll never touch your full potential. On the other hand, when you put yourself in an environment of excellence, you rise to match it. You adapt to the standards around you. If you want to soar, get around people who are already in the air. If you want to think bigger, spend time with people whose goals make yours feel small. Because in the end, you won't just rise to the level of your dreams. You'll rise to the level of the people you keep close. Relentless execution wins. Ideas are everywhere. Everybody has them. People talk about them over coffee. Write them down in notebooks, share them with friends. But ideas alone don't change lives. Execution does. You can have the most brilliant plan in the world, but if it stays in your head, it's worthless. What separates the people who dream from the people who dominate is the ability to take action again and again, no matter how they feel, no matter how many times it gets hard, no matter how many setbacks they face. Execution is about movement. Not perfect movement, just movement. Too many people wait until they have the perfect plan before they start. But perfection is a trap. While you're perfecting, someone else is executing. While you're hesitating, someone else is taking the opportunities you are too afraid to grab. Legends aren't made because they got everything right. They're made because they kept moving forward, adjusting, learning, and improving along the way. Relentless execution means you stop talking about what you're going to do and you start doing it. Every single day. You show up when it's exciting, and you show up when it's boring. You execute when the world is watching, and you execute when nobody even knows you're working. You treat every day as a step toward the goal, even if it's a small one. Because over time, small, consistent steps turn into unstoppable momentum. The truth is, you will never feel ready for most of the things that will change your life. That's why relentless execution matters. It forces you to act before you feel prepared. And in acting, you gain the experience and confidence that a feeling ready could never give you. Ideas don't make history, execution does. Nobody remembers the person who thought about starting a business, writing a book, creating a movement. They remember the person who did it. The person who turned vision into reality by refusing to stop. Relentless execution is not about speed. It's about persistence. It's about having the grit to keep showing up, keep producing, keep delivering long after the excitement fades. If you want to be remembered, if you want to be legendary, if you want to be great, stop waiting for the perfect time and start executing like your life depends on it, because it does.